Hi guys, my name is Persia Mitchell and I'm here to explain to you my breast cancer experience and how I found a lump in my breast. And I just feel the purpose and the urgency to create this video to explain step by step the different processes and just give a bit more knowledge, because if I had more knowledge, I think the process would have been less mentally draining, and I just want to help anyone and just be there for you. So I will start. Okay, so I was showering, and as I was showering I found a lump on my right breast and checked my right breast, felt a lump. Then I checked my left breast, I didn't feel anything, so I thought, okay, something's definitely not right. So then I ran to my boyfriend and he checked as well, found a lump. And then actually in my head I was thinking to go A&E, but fortunately with my company where I work, we have 24-hour doctors, so I called the doctor and he said to me, do not panic. Just wait until Monday morning, because it was Friday, early hours of the morning. And then he said, after talking to your doctor, they can decide whether, if necessary, they need to transfer you to the hospital. So then I thought, okay, so I was just trying to be as relaxed as possible, but obviously it was very difficult not knowing what is wrong. So then I sat down and I actually spoke to my mum and mentioned about that I found a lump. And as I was sitting down watching TV, I saw Macmillan Cancer check your boobs on Channel E, and I was thinking, how ironic is this? I'm seeing like a cancer, check your boobs for Macmillan Cancer, and I've just found a lump. That's when I was saying to my mum, like, this is just very peculiar. So then anyway, I just tried not to think too much of it, and then on the Monday called the GP, went with my boyfriend, spoke to the doctor, and the doctor felt the lump and transferred me to the hospital, which I went the following day. When I went to the hospital, and the doctor, she done an ultrasound and she was having a look. She looked a bit unsure, I couldn't really work out her face, but she just, I was panicking anyway. So she just said to me, look, don't worry, everything's fine. Luckily it's not cancerous. So I thought, okay, that's good. And she said, I'm going to take some swabs, just a little biopsy, if that's okay, just to, be sure. But it's fine, don't worry. So anyway, she took a couple of biopsies, probably like 3. And then I spoke to a nurse after, and she said, look, we're 99% sure it is nothing to worry about. So obviously I was thinking, okay, it's fine. And bearing in mind, when I was younger, I found a lump on my breast when I was 17. So I was thinking, okay, it's probably just tissue, nothing else. So then, I was told also before I left, the nurse said, wait 7 days and you don't even need to come to the doctors, or I'll call you and give you the results. So then, 7 days had passed and I received a text to go to the hospital, which I thought was strange because I was expecting a phone call. So anyway, I thought, okay, don't read into it, it's nothing. So went to the hospital, actually en route to the hospital, and when I came out of the station, I was a bit lost, and I saw this lady, because it was a different hospital, and I asked her for directions, and she said, oh, I'm actually going to Charing Cross Hospital, I can direct you. And I thought, oh, fantastic. And she said, I can give you a shortcut, which was for a cemetery. And then she said to me, that she's going for chemotherapy. And I thought, oh goodness, like another cancer sign. But again, I was trying to not look into it too much. And then, she was just talking about, treatment in general is very good, and that's when I felt I can confide in her and tell her that I found a lump, which I'm hoping, and hopefully it's nothing. And then that was it. And then I just arrived at the hospital, and then when I opened the door, there was 3 people in the room. There was a doctor, a nurse, and somebody else. And then the doctor automatically said, do you mind if I quickly check your breast? And I said, I've just come for my results. And then he said, oh no, it'll be really quick. And I was thinking, okay, but this is strange. And then as he was checking my breast, he said, oh, do you live local? And I was thinking, why are you asking me all these questions? Something's not right. And, I answered politely. I said, yes, I don't live too far. And then yes, it was just, I sat down, and then he just looked at me and said, just to let you know that you do have a mild form of breast cancer. And when he said the word breast cancer, it was just like a nightmare. I was just thinking, like, there's no way I'm hearing this word, breast cancer. Like, I just cried. And then I cried and cried and cried. And then I asked him, am I going to die? And then he said, it's early stages, it's curable, you will be fine. And then I felt a slight emotional form of ease, but then I still cried because the realization of breast cancer is just very daunting. So then I called my boyfriend, and I just, while I was there, and then I just started crying. I told my boyfriend, and he just was obviously shocked, and then he came straight to the hospital. Bearing in mind I was on my own, because I was told that they're 99% sure that it's not cancerous. So anyway, as I was crying, the nurse was comforting me. She was just absolutely amazing. I went into another room with her because I wasn't obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but I wasn't taking in or absorbing any information that the doctor had said after he mentioned the word breast cancer. And by that point, when I was in the other room, my boyfriend arrived, and he was very supportive and asking relevant questions. And I called my mum, I called even my manager, I called my brother. I was thinking, like, despite the fact everything was happening, I was still thinking, how can I work? Like, because I'm supposed to be working from home and I'm not functioning right. And, I was crying to my managers, one of the managers anyway. And yes, so yes, it was very, very tough. And then I was informed if I could have a mammogram, which they wanted me to do there and then, which is like an X-ray where it's like a little machine, and you slot your breast in, and then you have to kind of move at different angles, and it takes different images of the breast. And I had that done immediately, and I was just in horror, just in horror, almost like the feeling when someone has died and you're just absolutely drained through emotions. So anyway, yes, and I was informed that I was going to have other types of examinations, which I can explain to you a bit later. But yeah, that was the beginning part of the process, and yes, I just feel that that's enough. So thank you so much for listening to me and hearing my story. And just please, you can follow my YouTube, Persia Mitchell. You can like and subscribe, and listen to get notifications on the further videos that I will be posting, as it is a long-winded process, so I'd have to explain to you it step by step. And also, so my Instagram as well is Persia Mitchell. And yes, I just want to thank you guys for everything, just listening to me. And as mentioned, like, the whole purpose of this is for me to just reach out to you and to help you explain the process, and just so you can be empathetic and understand for anyone that's going through it. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you.